What's going on, beautiful people? JT here, coming at you with another episode of Pokemon GO, and I just got done with a medical appointment. I signed up for a COVID trial way in the beginning before the vaccines were out so that I could test them out, and I got a water bottle, so that's neat. But in Pokemon GO news, we've got a few things to do and a few things of news to go over. For starters, we have more collection challenges. As you can see, I've completed them all pretty much, except for I have to get the Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. We already know what we're gonna get for the fun rewards from these things, but let's complete them real quick and see if we get a good one or even possibly a shiny. Here's our first starter. We got the Charmander, and it's not a shiny one. And that's collection challenge number 57 done. And here is Squirtle, also not shiny. And that's collection challenge number 58. And here's a Bulbasaur. That's the last one we needed. Not shiny, but they're all full odds, so I didn't expect it to happen. And there's number 59. We're all done. Now it's time to collect them. Let's do the Bulbasaur one first, because we know we're gonna get a Venusaur. I've had really good luck with Venusaur. In the last couple videos, you might have noticed, I got 3 shinies in literally 2 days. So here's another one. No, again though, that's fine. And an 1116 isn't amazing. You want an 1166, I believe that's the Hundo. Next up, let's do the Squirtle one I'm feeling. We'll leave Charizard for last, right? So let's get the Blastoise here, and maybe we'll get lucky with this one. I did get one in a previous video, so it'd be cool to get another, but that's not shiny. And what is this one? A 1018, not great. You want a 1057. And last, but certainly not least, the Charizard encounter. I've yet to get a shiny Charizard from any encounters right now, and I would love to see the black Charizard. So that's not it, unfortunately, and it is a 1232. That's really up there. That's actually the best Charizard I've seen from any researches, so that's nice, but I believe you want a 38 as the Hundo, so if you do run into the Catch-25 Pokemon researches, definitely go for them. I mean, they've got a decent shiny rate on them, and they have Megas, they all have Gigantamaxes in the future. The Gen 1 starters are pretty OP, all things considered, so I would definitely recommend going for them if you see them. But let's just take a look at this one, though. What are ya? 15, 15, 13. Wow, that's funny. I actually have a Venusaur that was shiny like this one. I also got a Blastoise recently that had these IVs, and now we got a Charizard with these IVs. For some reason, this 96 specifically really likes me, but I'm not complaining. Those are great IVs. So some time has passed and nothing's really happened, but I do want to go over some news and do some stuff with you, but we gotta be fast because there is a death storm right over there. It's really loud. I've seen some lightning, so we gotta get through some stuff before it gets here, and it's definitely getting here, so let's try to go through everything. For starters, since rain is coming, let's evolve a Dewpider into an Arachnoid. This one's actually a rank 3 for Great League, which is great, so let's evolve it. I completely forgot to get this Dex entry, and a few more Dex entries that I'm going to be doing in this video because, again, I just have completely forgot to do them. I don't know why I forgot to do them, and admittedly, I could wait until a shiny comes out, but whatever. I mean, it's a decent shiny when this ever comes out, but we don't need it to be a Dex entry. But there it is, Arachnoid. Very cool Pokemon. I really like it, and I hear it's actually really good for Great League specifically, so I'm glad I got a decent one because I do play Great League here and there. I know I don't do a lot of PvP on the channel, but believe it or not, I do actually a bit of PvP. I might start bleeding it into the content a little bit more. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see something like that for sure. And let's just power it up to Great League. It will be a 1500 exactly. Hell yeah, that's amazing. Next up, we got a Lucky Tyrant here. It's not the best. It's a 13, 15, 14, but I wanted a Lucky Dex entry. I was hoping for a Hundo, but I never got lucky with that, unfortunately. Did tons of trades, too. As many Tyrants as I was able to get, I tried my best to get a Hundo, but unfortunately it didn't work out. But it is what it is. There's always next year when the other Adventure Week comes out, and who knows, maybe these will be shiny by then, which would be so cool. This thing has such a phenomenal shiny. This is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I love T-Rexes, Jurassic Park, all that stuff, you know, so the fact that we have a T-Rex Pokemon is just super amazing. And if we were to power this up, just because I'm curious, it would be a 3499. That's pretty cool. I mean, honestly, I do want to get a Hundo of this someday in the future, and of course, when the shiny becomes available, I will be grinding for it. Now let's dive into some news real quick. For starters, as I'm sure you're aware, the in-person Go Fests will have Ultra Beasts debuting in them. If you go to Berlin, you're gonna get Formosa, which is a bug and fighting type Pokemon, and unfortunately, it's not very good in Pokemon Go. In the main series games, it's supposed to be really fast and strong, so you're supposed to like hit first and hopefully take out the thing that you're fighting, but unfortunately in Pokemon Go, that's not really something that we can do. So Formosa is probably the least exciting out of the 3 that we're getting, but if you're going to Seattle, we're gonna get Buzzwole, which is also a bug and fighting type, but this thing might be an amazing Pokemon for Master League specifically. I don't think it's gonna have much play when it comes to things like raids, but who knows in the future maybe, but this is a cool one, and I'm definitely excited to get this one, but the one that's probably the best out of all of them is going to be coming in Sapporo, which means pretty much only Japanese players are going to be able to get this, but it is Xurkitree, a amazing Pokemon. This thing is so powerful. It is literally better than even some of our best electric Shadow Pokemon. There's only one Pokemon that beats it, and that's Shadow Electivire. This thing defeats Shadow Raikou. It is ridiculous. But on the upside, all 3 of these will be available later on in this season, so it's not like you're missing out completely, but if you're going to these Go Fest events, you're basically just getting these early, which is nice, and also, there's gonna be Beast Balls, which is cool, which is something I think they should have had for Neoligo like forever ago, but it is what it is. Next up, we have some data mined information, so before we dive into it, obviously this is data mined stuff, which means there's a chance things could change, we might not see this for a very long time, but it's really cool that it's in the code, and the Pokeminers do a fantastic job about telling us what's in the code, but also they've got good infographics and they actually get pictures of the assets. So for starters, we have the Galarian birds, which is amazing. This is Galarian Articuno. This is a psychic and flying type Pokemon. Very, very cool. Absolutely love that they're adding the Galarian birds in right now because it's just such a fun, spicy thing. And also I love their shinies, though I highly doubt we're gonna see their shinies, but basically their shinies are just the normal version of the non-Galar birds, which is really awesome. We also got Galarian Zapdos, which is a fighting and flying type, which is really cool, and again, the shiny looks like normal Zapdos, pretty awesome. And then lastly, we've got Galarian Moltres, which is my personal favorite out of the 3 birds. Absolutely love it. It is a dark and flying type Pokemon. We have no idea how exactly these are going to perform in Pokemon Go right now, but I'm hopeful because, I mean, they're really, really cool Pokemon. I would assume probably more PvP Pokemon than PvE Pokemon, but there's always a chance that maybe these could actually be amazingly powerful because Kanto Moltres actually is pretty useful for PvE, so maybe there's a chance that this will be just as good. We also have images for Cowboy Hat Snorlax, and it looks good, and I love that the shiny is a possibility apparently, but they didn't confirm that it was a possibility in the Go Fest news article, so we still don't know if we're going to be able to get this shiny. I really hope so, though. I'm definitely going to shiny hunt it really hard because I want to get at least one of them because we don't know when we're going to see this again. So far, it looks like it's just going to be at the in-person Go Fest events, so hopefully we get it. But also, Cowboy Hat Caterpie, bro, I am so sorry, man. I know you've been pushing for that Caterpie to get this hat for the longest time, but at least on the upside, you know that apparently cowboy hat technology exists, so hopefully they'll be able to do that for you. And lastly, we actually have the Ultra Beasts in here, so they do have these assets pushed. We're definitely going to be seeing these very soon because they have confirmed it, but yeah, they look pretty good. Plus, I like the shinies for sure on all of them. I would say Buzzwole is one of my favorite shinies out of all the Ultra Beasts. For most of the shinies, not bad, though. I do like the black quite a bit, but again, not going to be very useful, so this will be more of a trophy shiny whenever that comes out. And then lastly, we've got Xurkitree, which I like this a lot, though. I do love the blue coils. It looks really good because, I mean, it looks just like normal wiring and stuff like that. So now the blue wiring just feels a little stronger, maybe. I don't know how to really describe it, but I like it quite a bit, and I'm really excited to see this stuff coming very soon. Now, I do have more for you, but we have to wait until later in the day to get it, so I'll see you in a couple hours. All right, it's now later in the day, and we can finally evolve our Amora. That's another Pokemon that I forgot to evolve when I was supposed to, but this will be a lucky one. Its IVs aren't great. I believe it's a 14, 14, 13 or something like that, but in the end of the day, I just wanted it for the Lucky Dex, so let's get it here and now. It's a cool Pokemon, though. I do really like it. There it is. I mean, that's a solid design, and I really like the way that it's like little neck flap thingies, whatever those are, those fins. I like how they light up. It's a really cool and interesting effect. And there we go. 4, 5, 6. Decent, I guess. You know, again, I don't know what I would really use this for, but it's still pretty cool. Now, before we wrap up this video, I've got one more thing for you, and that is this. I got the TCG Pikachu shirt and hat, and I'm very happy about it because it took a few codes to get it, but we got pretty lucky and ended up finally getting it. And luckily, I have tons of extra codes to give away, and I'm going to be giving them away on Twitch. So if you want to try to get your hands on this avatar set, join the Twitch streams. I'll be going live pretty consistently throughout this event for sure before Berlin, and I have quite a few to give away, so if you want a chance at getting this, go ahead and click the link in the description box below. It'll take you to my Twitch channel. All you gotta do is follow, and then follow the instructions I give you when I'm giving away these codes, but it'll be a lot of fun. But with all that being said, this is going to be the end of the video, and if you've enjoyed it, and I really hope you have, please smash the like button for me, show me some love, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon so you know when I upload, and also comment down below. Are you excited for any of these Ultra Beasts? What do you think about them? Please let me know. Links for Patreon and merch are in the description box below, but with that being said, this is the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one.